So yesterday we were discussing on the front end part, like not the complete front end, just the login sign up we were doing there itself. Now in that login sign up also, we were using it from Firebase. So we'll go to the same folder that was book my ride, and this is what we have did yesterday. Now you can integrate Firebase anywhere. It doesn't matter. You just have to use the function provided by Firebase by default, right? You don't have to worry about anything here. So let me first start the application that we have built yesterday itself. First, we'll go to the project directory. For starting React application, npm run dev. If you are creating using Vite, it is running on localhost 5173. So this was our like kind of sign up page. And this is a heading like sign up form where we can put our email ID and we can get it registered ourselves. If you are already a registered user, we can click on this and it will take us to the login page. This is what we did yesterday. Today, I am going to integrate login sign up in this using Firebase. And remember, Firebase is a product of Google. So it is ever demanding, right? It is in demanding every time. Because obviously, if Google is building something, it becomes a trademark. It becomes a, what you call it? It becomes like a landmark for everyone to achieve. So in that, in the build section, we have applied the authentication using email and password. So if you click on sign in method, email and password is already selected there. Users, it is not showing any user till now because we have not registered anything. Means no user is registered here. What we are going to do is we are going to create a registered user. Okay, we are going to create a registered user. For that, how we will create? So at first I will go to the sign up page. So here I am coming to the sign up form where I can put my email ID and password. I will give somewhat border radius to these input boxes. For that sign up module and input, I will give them a border radius of around 8 pixel. Yeah, now they are like fine. Same thing I will give in the login module as well to the input tags that they are having the border radius of 8 pixel. So in the login page and the sign up page, both are having the same sort of styling. Yesterday, we were just created this front end part. If you remember, we copy pasted a code from Firebase in a file firebase.js. So this is the code given by Firebase to you that if you want to use Firebase for authentication, you should keep this code in a file. So there are some comment. If you want, you can keep those, and if you want, you can remove those. It's not a big deal. And at last, if you have worked with React, every file should export its component. Every file should export its component. So here I will say export const auth equals to get auth, and this get auth we should import from Firebase get auth of app, and at last export default app. Export default app. So this is what I am exporting from here. Now, if you are noticing that what is this export const auth get auth app, like what is this? So I will say, okay, let me remove these two lines. I will write them again. As of now, I am not writing. This is the entire code given to us by Firebase. Okay. Now on the browser, you can just search sign up with email password Firebase. This is what you can search and it will open a Firebase authentication. Okay. So it will open the documentation. In the documentation, see, my rule is very simple. If you want to do it, start reading. So here, before you begin, add Firebase to your JavaScript project, this, lot of things it is telling you. And create user with email and password is a method. So this is you can see creating a new account by passing the new user's email address and password. So this is a function name. This is a function. Create user with email and password. This is a function that is directly provided to you by whom? Firebase. For that, you can copy the entire code or else you can copy the first import command. So we will copy this import command and we will paste it in our signup.jsx. So here I have pasted it. That's it. Not a big deal. Just pasted it. After that, you will be seeing that there is a const auth equals to get auth. No. That is why I was pasting those two lines in my Firebase JS. That this is my file which is having the API key, authentication domain, project ID, storage bucket, messaging ID, lot of things it is going to have, which Firebase will use because whenever you are making a API call, API key is checked, right? So this file, firebase.js file is having all of those things, but I am not exporting anything from this file. This file should export a constant value of auth, which is going to be equal to get auth. Get auth. In this get auth, I will pass the app value. And then at last, I will export default app. Whatever app is there, I will export. That's it. Semicolon is like not mandatory here. That's it. Now I will go to signup.jsx. On the button, I have attached a create user method. Right? What I have attached? Create user method. So this is the create user method, this one. In that, as of now, I am just directly printing email ID and password. Where? To the console. I will remove this. In this function, I will paste the code. What code? Create user with email and password. These three things I will copy and paste here. In this function, I have copy pasted these three things. So this is a function, create user with email and password provided by Firebase, which will accept three values, auth, email, and password. It will accept auth, email, and password. For that, here we are declaring these two values. Let's declare these two values before this function so that it is able to find those values. Now, auth, from where this auth is coming now? You should import this auth from the Firebase file. So I will say here, import auth like this, import auth from, and file name is gonna be /Firebase. .js is not required if you're writing that Firebase. So now you are giving this all the things here. That's it. Done. So here it will take three things: authentication, email, and password, and it will create a user. That's it. If you are getting any error, here it will show. So I am going to say, let's refresh, sign up page is working fine. Here I will write a dummy, enter a dummy email ID. Before that, this is my book my ride authentication application, and it is not having any user. No user for this project yet. I will create myself as a user. So I will say Shivam at the rate of gmail.com. Shivam at the rate of gmail.com. And I will write some password. Generally, whenever you are using Firebase, it requires at least 6-digit password. At least 6. Maximum can be anything, but at least 6. So I have written an email ID and a password. Now I will click on the sign up button. So it did something, but what it did, we don't know. For that, I will check the console. If console is throwing any error, console is not throwing any error, and it means I should refresh the project now. And here I got one user, Shivam at the rate of gmail.com, with the password. When it is created on 4th March 2025. Automatically. Now what I want is whenever sign up is done, it should show a alert that user account created successfully, redirecting to login page. Something like that it should say. So if you notice this create user with email and password, it has two sections. One dot then section means if user is creating successfully, what it will do. And there is one catching error. If some error is coming, what it will do. So here I am telling that give a alert. In alert, I will say user created account created successfully. Account created successfully, redirecting to home page. Login page. Redirecting to login page. You know one thing, there is one automatic authentication provided by Firebase that I have already created a user with the email ID shivam at the rate of gmail.com. So you cannot create a second account. Shivam at the I am on the sign up page. So I am going to create a new account. Some password I will write here. Sign up, and you will see error is coming here. And now if you refresh there, only single use, because already a user is there with the same email ID. How two user can have same ID? So all these things are by default provided to you by Firebase. You don't have to change anything in that project, right? In the same way, if some error is coming, in this error, I will give a alert. What alert I will give? Bad credential. Either you are writing bad credential, means your email ID is not having at the rate of, your password is less than 6 digit, or account already exists. Now I am doing the error part as well. Let's check it once. So here I'll refresh. And same email ID I will write, that is shivam at the rate of gmail.com with some password. Bad credential or account already exists. So slowly you are handling all the parts. What if you are writing a different email ID, let's say shivam at the rate of yahoo.com, because that is also a domain, and some password I will keep here. But this time password is of only 5 digit. So if your password is of 5 digit, again there is an error. So it is saying bad credential or account already exists. So click on OK. This time I will keep one more digit. Now what is the password length? 6. we will sign up, and it is saying account created successfully, redirecting to login page. Redirecting to login page. Now, what you have to do is you have to open login page here. So if you are clicking OK, it should open the login page. For that, there is one thing in React. I don't know. You are in React, right? Navigate. Yes, Manoj, you are in React, right? So we will use navigate. For that, we should import it first. There are multiple ways to do that. There is a use navigate hook. You can create that, right? There is a use navigate hook. So something like this. Let's say I am saying something like this. There's const navigate equals to use navigate. There is this one, that const navigate equals to use navigate. Lot of things are there. One basic I will show you here, that whenever you are printing this alert, after this alert, just try to say window dot location. In that you can open login page. Window dot location equals to login, because it is hosted on the login page. Now we are going to see that, but this is not the way of using the things in React. You are the admin of, I will refresh. Now we should get 2 users. 2 users are coming. You can delete the users. Delete account, delete this account also. So I will delete this account. Now no user is there. So I will create the account with the same email ID now. That is shivam@gmail.com. Password length should be at least 6. Sign up. Now it is saying account created successfully, redirecting to login page. And we came to the login page. Window.location. You can use navigate hook also, but these people don't have the knowledge of React. That's why I am writing the normal JavaScript thing, that window.location to load something. You can use navigate hook if you have React knowledge. Okay. Now we are coming to login page. Can we actually log in here? Yes, we can log in. But for login, you should have a page to show, right? You should have a page. Let's say after you log in, user will go to one page, right? So let's create a home page. So in the pages section, I will create a new file and I will name it as home.jsx. Same thing I will do here itself, or let's create a functional component RFCE. In that, I will return a JSX fragment. That's it. In that, I will just show one heading that, okay, welcome user. I'm just showing welcome user. Done. I want to show this page after login. So it should have a path as well. So I will go to app.jsx. There I have defined only 2 routes. I will define one more route. That is route path equals to /home/home. And which element it will load? It will load one home element. Now you should import that first. Like from pages, I will say import home. And that particular part I will render here. Okay, now you have created a path by home. I want to load this when on the login page. But what is the method? What is the method name? For that, what you have to do is go to that particular documentation part only, where you are seeing the create user. Just after this create user, sign in with email and password. This is for sign in. Same method, same way. So first copy the first thing, import statement. Now go to login page, login.jsx. I will paste that import here, and I will import the auth from my file. That is import auth from Firebase file. That's it. Here the button is having create user. So I will change the create user function name to login user. And same I will paste there, that create user to login user. That now this time user will be logged in. Again it is printing email ID and password to console. I will remove, and inside this I will paste the method. What method? Sign in with email password. Whatever is this method, copy and paste it here. Right? So this dot then section is for success and this is for error. Now let's say what error you can have. One error, account does not exist. One error can be bad credential. Either you are writing something wrong, bad credentials, or account does not exist. Let's check it once. And here if success is coming, I will give a alert. Valid user. You are redirecting to, or simple valid user redirecting to home, something like that. Let's check it once. So here how many users we are having? We are having only one user, that is shivam@gmail.com. So I cannot log in with shivam@yahoo.com. Bad credential or account does not exist. That's it. But I can log in using shivam@gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6 was my password, and I will sign up. Valid user redirecting to home, or you can say home page. Redirecting to home page. But it is not taking us to home page. Same thing. You have to say window.location. What location you want to open here? Home. And this path I have already defined in app.jsx file. This time again I will log in, that is shivam@gmail.com, password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Sign up. Valid user redirecting to home page. Okay. Welcome user. Sorted. Go back. We are going to sign up page. There are a lot of things here that we should change here. We will change one by one. We will change. Let's say you want to create an account. I want to create an account shivam.gmail.com. There is no @ symbol and some password I will write. What is the error that it will give me? Sign up. Bad credential. Not correct credential, or account already exists. So our credential is bad, but when user has written bad credential, then you are showing a alert, right? You are showing a alert. But after this alert, these input box should become empty, but they are not becoming. So what we will do is, in the sign up page, here we are showing this alert. After this alert, I will call the set email and I will set it to empty string. I will call the set password and I will set it to empty string. Now, same thing again. Some wrong ID I will write shivam.com. Some password I will write. Sign up, and it will say bad credential or account already exists. If you click OK, removed. Very good. Now let's create an account. So I will write shivam@yahoo.com. But you might be noticing that these email IDs are not real email IDs, right? They are fake, but they are working. Because if you want actual thing, you have to pay to Google to give you real data. You can apply that, but it's not in the here. So I am creating shivam@yahoo.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6 is my password. And if I'm keeping only 5 length password, it will say bad credential. And it will remove everything. I have to type it again. That is shivam@yahoo.com, some password. sign up. Now account created successfully, redirecting to login page. Now we came to the login page. Here I will try to log in shivam at the rate of yahoo.com. Some wrong password I will keep. Add credential or account does not exist. And here also it should remove these things. It should remove these things. For that, you can go to login page and here we are giving the alert. After this alert, you have to call set email, set password and set them to a empty string. That's it. Now here also, whenever you are writing some wrong credential, it will erase the input boxes. Erasing, that's it. If I want to keep a shivam at the rate of yahoo.com exact email ID and password, sign up. Now valid user, and it is taking me to the home page. So I'll click OK and we are coming to the home page. Welcome user. There is everything working fine in this application. Sign up is working fine. Login is working fine. Everything is working fine. But there is a problem also. The problem is this home page is not protected page. Protected page means, let's say in this Chrome I am a login user, but in this Microsoft Edge I am not a login user. If I want to open localhost 5173 slash home directly, it will open it directly. No security. Login sign up is fine. They are working fine. But if there is a person who know what is URL, he can edit the URL. He will edit and directly he will come to your page. But you want to create a user's application, like you want to create a user account. So for that we have to write, Manoj, what we have to write? Protected guard. I told this thing in React. We have to create protected guard. But that is not our case now. I will create protected guard. You cannot open home page without logging in. You have to log in first. If you are getting this particular home page without logging, it will take you to the login page. That boss, first you log in first. There we will maintain a session ID. There we will maintain a session ID. In this Microsoft Edge, I am not login, but Chrome, I am a login user. It should maintain a session ID. We should check it. So let's go to inspect and we'll go to network. We'll hit a refresh and we got lot of things here, like lot of things we are getting. But main thing we got is a home page. In this home page, everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is the cookies section. This is the cookie section. In that cookie, you are getting lot of GS values, GD values, HM values. And if you scroll a bit down, and one more thing is in the cookies only, these are like session IDs that are active here through Firebase. Directly session ID is not printing, but these are the active session IDs that it is giving you. Those will not be available in Edge. So security is tight. You just have to give a security to this home page. That I will tell you how to give. But before that, let's start building our home page. Login sign up fine. Using Firebase, automatically created method. You are just copy pasting them from Firebase. That's it. That's how it is going to work. Now let's design our home page. So I will remove everything. I will just open the home file. In this home file, what I will do, I will create a CSS file as well. So home.module.css. If you are done with React, you might have a knowledge that why we write module.css. So in home.jsx, we will import it, and I will say import style from .css/home.module.css. home.module.css. And just for checking it, what I will do, I will create a container here. A container. To this container, I will give a class name. I will give a class name. Class name as container or main, anything you can give, but it should have a class name using style, that is style dot container. Here we will call that class name, that is dot container. Width 100 view width, height 100 view height, background color red. Just for checking, I'm giving these things to the home page. Coming, everything is fine. So I will remove this background color. Now, you know how our home page is going to be. Our home page is like going to be like this. Let's say this is your entire web page. In this web page, at top and center, there is going to be a heading, and heading will say book my ride, book my ride. And then we will give a booking option. So here we will give an input box. Here we will give a input box which will be having a label like this, from where to where you want to go. So this is going to be a select box. This is going to be a select box. And same thing we will be having here, that from to where you want to book the ticket. From and to. Here we will show a date option. What we will show? We will show a date option, that on what date you want to go, because this is our logic. This is our logic. So to which date you will be giving a calendar here, or anything you can select here. Date select we will give, and at last there will be a button that check availability. Check availability. If ticket is available, if ticket is available from that route to that particular route. Again, I am telling you that we will be having one from route, that from Hyderabad. Here we will give three options. Here Hyderabad will be fixed. You cannot change this. There will be only one option, Hyderabad. From Hyderabad, you can travel to three places. Any three places I will write, say Vizag, Guntur, Vijayawada, Pune, and Bangalore, anything. We will write three places with their fare. Fare means the particular price for one ticket, right? This is going to be our home page. And this from, to, date, check availability, everything will be managed by Spring Boot in the back end. That okay, on 5th of March, there is no ticket available between Hyderabad to Pune. Got the idea? Shall we start building it? Sorted. The first thing we are going to do in the home page is I will give a heading. I will give a heading. Heading I will say book space my space right. So it is coming there, but I don't want it to come there. Module.css, here it should display flex, and it should align the items in center, and flex direction should be column. Flex direction should be column, and it should justify the content in center. Now we are getting our book my ride here. And let's say if I am removing the align item center, so this is what we are going to have, right? And if I think you know these things, no need to discuss, like justify content and align items, how they will work, right? So now book my ride is coming here. I will give a padding from the top. That from padding, it is going to have a From top, it is going to have a padding of 20 pixel. So now book my ride is coming here. I will give some sort of styling to this book my ride. For that, you should give it a class name. So to this h1, I will give a class name, and its class name will be style dot heading. Style dot heading. Same class name I will call in my CSS file, that is dot heading. First of all, font size I will keep around 46 pixel. Font size I will keep as 46 pixel, and I am not on zoom, I think. Okay, I am on zoom. So 110. Now it is fine. Font family I will change here, or let's say font weight. Font weight I will keep as 700. So this is my book my ride. Color I will change. Color, let's say it will be having coral color. No, change the color. Very ugly color it is. Our bus was in greenish color, so I will maintain the greenish shade here. So book my ride. Now it is fine. Okay, that's good. If you want, you can give it a background image as well. Same background image you can give in that card you can do, or here simple thing I am doing. Now the game will start, where you have to call the things from where you have to call the things from Spring Boot. Now let's come to the backend part. Because how many from are available, how many to are available, that also we should set, right? Then we should set a database as well. So we are going to do all of those things now. Okay, so we will create a new project for that. Let it get load first, then we will create. So now we are going to create our application. So just simple new and Spring Starter project you can create by using website I'm creating here itself. I will write the name, that is book my ride. Book my ride. Everything is same, no change. Just click on next. Spring Web. Spring Web. We are going to work with MySQL, so JDBC API, and Spring Security. I am not providing now, right? Because first we will fetch the data, then I will keep the dependency. We are going to work with Spring Data JPA to communicate with the database. And okay, if we forget something, we will edit the next time. So we'll click on finish. We'll cut all those previously opened files. New project is getting created. So here we got our project book my ride. Now book my ride, if I want to run the application directly, right, what I will do, I will run my application directly. So just run here, I will say Spring Boot app, click OK, and will it run or not? Say, will it run or not? Not run. Why? Database. Because your application using database. So now we should open MySQL client and we should create a database here. First, I will keep my password and create database book my ride. Book my ride. Created book my ride, all small. Now, when we are going to application dot properties, there we need to define the things. Remember how we need to define? Spring dot data source dot driver class name. That is in my case com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. It is in my case. It can be different in your case if you are using Oracle. So mine is com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. After the class name, driver class name, what we have to keep? Yes, what we need to keep? URL. And what is my URL? It is jdbc colon mysql colon double forward slash localhost colon 3306 slash book my ride. My database name, book my ride. And we should provide the spring dot data source dot username. In my case, it is root. Spring dot data source dot password. In my case, the password is also root. We are just going to restart the project now to see whether it is working or not. So we'll restart it. And now application is starting fine. There is no issue in the application. There is no error. Connection with the database also built. This, everything is done. That's it. Do we need something else? No, we don't need anything else now. Now we should start creating the entities, or entities means cities. That how many cities are there? From city and to cities. There are going to be two. Already I told from city is going to be only one for easier access, right? And two cities we will create at least three. So in the project, I will create a package using the base package, and I will write the package name as, let's say I will say com.springboot.spring dot entities you can keep here, model you can keep, or cities. I am saying cities. In the cities, I will create a class. I will create a class. And the class name is going to be from city. That from which city you are traveling. From which city you are traveling. That's it. Is there any issue? No issue. You want to send the from city value to React. So it should be annotated with @ REST controller, not controller, because we are not having front end here. So, okay, that's fine. I will declare one value. For that, I will declare one function, that public, and it will return a list. So I should create a list first. I will create a list of. If I want to create cities, how you can create that? I want to create a list. So city name Hyderabad. How I can create that list? List of string, list of VK completed 50, sir. Who is saying that? Okay, thank you, Abik, for letting me know. So, list of string. And here I will say from city. From city. And it is going to be a array list. It is going to be a array list. That's it. And you can import these things from Java util list. Here only I will declare one static value. Here itself I will declare a static value. So I will say list of Hyderabad. Is it fine if I am writing in this way? That's it. It is obviously fine. Then we have to create a function that is public list of, or directly I am saying public void. Let's say for a minute, public void show from city. Show from city. This is a method name. And what it will say? It will say I will return the from city list. Now this function should be a type of list. So if I am writing in this way, now it should return a list. So it will return what? It will return from city. Directly it will return that. When it will return? When someone is asking it for mapping. What mapping, boss? So I will say, boss, there is a mapping slash from hyphen city. If someone is asking me this data, I will return Hyderabad. Slowly we are moving. Okay, slowly we are moving. So don't worry. Let's start this application. So started. Now let's done it. As it is a Spring Web project, so it will be running Tomcat on 8080 and it is running. So what we will do is here I will hit that link, that is localhost 8080 slash show city. Show city was the function name, right? It was from city, not show city. My bad. We will convert that to from city only, because that is for from city. So here we are getting one value as Hyderabad. We are getting one value as Hyderabad. But this Hyderabad should have a key value pair. It should be a key value pair. Or directly if I want to fetch it in Postman. First we should fetch it in Postman as well. Then we will try to fetch the same thing in React. Okay, slowly, like we will build it. Avik, now you will say that Shreyas Iyer got out, right? Avik. Okay, so what we are going to fetch? http :// localhost 8080 / from hyphen city. So from hyphen city. So here we are getting one Hyderabad value. Now same thing you do where? React. So slowly we are going there, right? This is our home page, guys. In that home page, what I will do is I am just creating a button, and button is saying from city, and it is going to have a on-click method. On-click method is fetch from city. Fetch from city, and I will create this method that is const fetch from city, and I will convert it to a arrow function. Now, what you have to do? Fetch. From where you have to fetch? HTTP colon double forward slash localhost colon 8080 slash from hyphen city. From here you have to fetch the values. All clear? Very good. Now, after getting the value, you can convert it to a JSON value. So dot, then it will accept a response. It will accept a response, and you will convert this response to JSON. Response dot JSON dot, then in that you will get a data. What you have to do with this data, that depends on you. I will print that data to console. I just want to print the data to console, that okay, Hyderabad is getting printed, means my React is able to fetch the value from, where is the button by the way? What the hell, where is button? Okay, here it is coming. So what I will do is I will create it in the same div so that we can check it like that. So this is my button, and this button should be able to fetch what? It should fetch the value Hyderabad, and but it is fetching lot of error. That again, course error. So there is one thing was cross origin. Was one thing cross origin. So to this class, I will say that at the rate of cross origin, where origins I will set origins equals to HTTP colon double forward slash localhost colon 5173. That if request is coming from this particular part, we should restart the application by this way. So we will restart it here. Easily you are understanding it, right? How we are working with the things. Very good. I will not be in a hurry, right? So here also I will refresh, and let's go and inspect. And then this time we got the Hyderabad value. We got the Hyderabad value. We are getting fine. How I will show this value in my input box? That I will create a select box. Input type as select, and or simply a select box. Let me show you. This was the thing that from and after from we will be having that. So no worries, like I am going very slow. So I will be keeping this button. I will create a container here. In this container, I will create a label. In label, I will say from, and I will keep a break tag here. And after this break tag, I will create a select box. I will create a select box. In this select box, now I have to show the value. So directly I can write option. I can write option as Hyderabad. So how it will be coming, guys? It will be coming like this, that from Hyderabad. So you can select Hyderabad. But here I am hard coding this value. I want this value from Spring Boot. You should not hard code this value. For that, you should create a array here. You should create a array. What array? Because you are going to have a lot of cities, right? So const from city, comma, set from city, and you will create a use state. In use state, you will create a empty array, like empty array. Nothing is there. And that's it. Slowly we are moving forward. This fetch from city, instead of printing this data to console, it will call the set from city. In set from city, it will set the data. It will set the data. Then it will print the value of from city. Now we should check whether the value is coming into in our array or not. So we will go to inspect, we will go to console, and here just hit the from city, and one empty value is getting printed here. It means that Hyderabad value is not getting set into my project. That is why I was saying you that your class should have a key value pair. Your class should have a key value pair. Now key value pair are not written like that, guys. Key value pairs are not written like that. So what I will do is I will make a little bit change here. This from city.java, it is going to be a normal class. I will create its controller. Okay, I will create its controller. This is going to be my from city class, which is going to have two private fields. It is going to have two private fields, that is private string id. ID will be something, and private string name. City name like ID HYD, name Hyderabad. Okay, and that's it. It is going to have, shall we import Lombok also so that we can write, right? So we'll go there and just search for Maven repository. Here we will search Lombok. And it is coming here. You can use any version, by the way, here, because Spring will decide the version by itself own. So I will copy and I will paste it. Where I will paste pom.xml. In pom.xml, I will paste it inside the dependency section. Right? So it is building the project again, means it will have the dependency of Lombok. Now in from city, I want to create a first thing. I want to create a no args constructor coming. Then I want to create all args constructor. Then I will keep at the rate of getter. Then I will keep at the rate of setter. You can import their things. That's it. Getter, setter, no args constructor, and all args constructor. That's it. Now, fine. And now I will create a city controller. I will create a city controller class, which will control the city. That is going to be city controller class. Now in this city controller class, there are going to be two lists. There are going to be two lists. Okay, now we have only one list of from city type. And here I will write the name F city, like from city or to city. And it is going to be a new array list, right? It is going to be a new array list. And it should be, I will declare some static list here, list of, and here I will say new from city, and I have to provide two string values. So I will say first value is HYD, second value is Hyderabad. In from city, I am just showing only one thing. Now this class is going to be a REST controller. This class is going to be a, guys, REST controller, and this class is going to have cross origin. This class is going to have cross origin, where origins value http :// localhost 5173. That request will come from this. Now it should say from city, it should have a function that is public list of from city type. And function name, anything get from city, because function name doesn't matter here. And it will return the value of F city. F city. When it will return that, if someone is asking for at the rate of get mapping, when someone is requesting for this link, that is hyphen from city, hyphen from city. That's it. Let's check it once. So restart the application. I hope you are getting this now. We have done this enough. Now all the layers I am doing, I am not writing code everywhere. So here first I will search the from city, and now we are getting the values like this: ID Hyderabad, name as Hyderabad, like this. Same thing you can fetch in the postman. Here also we are getting the same value, and here we'll change it once. So what I will do is I will directly print the data to the console. We should check the data in React as well. And I am removing this particular part as of now. We'll go to React. In React, when I'm pressing this from city button, it should show me the part that I am just writing. So part is coming like this: 0 ID Hyderabad, HYD name Hyderabad. Now we are getting the values in a key value pair: ID name, ID name, ID name. Now, but how we will write these values in React? How we will write these values in React? Now, if you don't know the map function, you can't work. If you know the map function, you can work. For that, I will try to say something like this: that whenever you are fetching this API, I will call the set from city, and that I will provide the value of data, and then I will print the value of from city. I'm not printing the data value. Means I should get the value in my function, in my use state. So we will refresh the session. There is no error. We'll go to inspect. We'll go to console, and we'll hit the from city button. And now also no value. Now also no value. One more thing we can say. What we can say is, you are printing the data, right? At first we are printing the data. You just print the data only, but print the data in a way that you are printing the city name only. So like this is the array. Array is having indexing: 0 indexing, 1 indexing, 2 indexing, 3 indexing. So here we have only one value. So can I say something like this, that data with the 0 indexing dot name? Data with the 0 indexing dot name. Okay, that is fine. So we'll cut this session and we will refresh, and from city. So boom, Hyderabad. Now what we will do is I will convert this from city to a normal name. And here I will set this value in my set from city, that is going to be data with the indexing 0 dot name. And now I will keep the div back. That select div I will keep back here. In that div, select option Hyderabad, I will not hard code. I will provide a value from city. And whenever you are trying to write, see, now there is no value in this. There is no value. We'll refresh it. I will hit the from city button. Hyderabad is coming now because Spring Boot is giving this value. But whenever user is like trying to search, it should come directly. Why we have to click this button? So I will say you are saying correct. I will say you are saying correct. So I will remove this button. I will remove this button. Okay, button is removed. Now you will say, sir, now we can't get the value that from which city we want to book the ticket. I say you already have a method for that. You have already created a fetch from city function. There is one hook in React that is called use effect. That is called use effect. So I will create a use effect hook. Use effect hook take two things. First, a method name. So method name is fetch from city, comma, just a empty array. Now, whenever you will refresh, by default, Hyderabad value will come. From where this value is coming? Spring Boot. Not from here, from Spring Boot. That's it. Now, in the same way, we will create a to city button as well. For that, we should declare a to city class and its controller. So we will close the server, and what we will do? Stop talking, man. In the cities section, I will create a new Java class and I will name it as to city, that where you want to go. Now, to city are also going to have two private fields, that is private string ID, private string name. Same thing, no args constructor, all args constructor, no args constructor at the rate of all args constructor at the rate of getter at the rate of setter. That's it. And in the same controller, that is city controller, I will create that method. But these are the list for from city. Now I will create a list for to city, that is list, and the type of this list is going to be to city type, and variable name is t city. It is also going to be a new array list, right? In this array list, I will write some values. What values? Direct I can write list dot of, list dot of. First value I will write here. What value? That is new to city. And in this, at first value, ID. ID is BLR. BLR. Name is Bengaluru. First city is this. We will create second city as well. That is new to city. And here again, we will create two city. City ID is, let's say, VZZ. VZZ. City name is YZ. City name is YZ. Third city that we are going to create is new to city, and three cities I will create. Where you want to go? Anand, where are you from? Guntur. GTR, and place name is Guntur. That's it. Same to city method. So there is going to be a public list of to city, and get to city is the method name. It will return the values list of t city. Return t city. When it will return? When someone is requesting it for the mapping of /2-city. We should check it. For that, we will restart our application. So we will fetch the to city this time. In browser, we are able to fetch three different cities. Same thing I will fetch in Postman. That is to city. Here also we are getting three cities. Same thing now in the React. For that, let's create a button. because basic thing we are doing here. That's why I'm creating a button. So button will say to city. This time we are fetching to city, and this button is having a on click method. On click method of fetch to city. Method name is fetch to city. So same way I will create a fetch to city method. So I will create const fetch to city method equals to this one. Same thing it is going to do, but it will fetch the data from to hyphen city. And now we are not setting any data. We are just printing it to console. Rest of the thing we will do tomorrow. Now we should get the data in React. That's it. So they here our React is running. This Hyderabad is coming from Spring Boot. Now we will go to inspect as we are printing it. We will go to console and we will just hit the to city button. And we are getting three different cities 1, 0, 1, 2, right? Tomorrow I'll show you that how you can map these values in React. Generally, there is nothing new logic. Dot map function we will use that is given by JavaScript. Dot map function to write these three values. After writing these three values, what we left? Nothing. We will just click a get fare button. Like what is the fare? Fare means what is fare? FARE fare amount. From Hyderabad to Bangalore, how much amount? From Hyderabad to Vizag, how much amount? From Hyderabad to Guntur, how much amount? That we will store in our database or in our static database. We will show that amount. And at last, when dates are available, we will give a date option as well. We will give a date option as well. That on that particular date, no seats are available. So we will give alert. No seats are available. Choose any other date. Choosing any other date, values will be available. Then you will get a particular fare. You can select buy ticket. After buying that, clicking on buy ticket, it will generate a PDF file for you. It will generate a PDF file for you. Not PDF file, it will just show a like kind of, if you want to generate, I will generate. Right? I don't have any issue. So it will with QR code from like basic details we will write in that file. Okay. This is what we are going to do. But not today. Payment gateway. No, guys, we are not going to add payment gateway. But you can go sign up to Razorpay. Razorpay is the best thing that you can do. So sign up Razorpay. It will give you API key. Just write that API key. That's it. But we are not going to add the payment gateway. Directly you can book the ticket. So that's how we are going to build it. Share the code. Sure. Both code I will share to you. Just give me a minute. Hopefully the day after tomorrow, we will complete the project and we'll have a 1 week for very good, Avik, very good. Today you are not focusing on class, you are watching cricket today. Okay, watch. No problem if you are watching cricket today. no documentation. Because it's a big project. You can't maintain documentation in class. Like you can ask anytime. I will have doubt session for this project if you are having any doubt. Giving you source code, everything we are giving. Content documentation is only tough here. Okay, I see. Uh, if time is there, we'll think about it. Fourth, for Oracle database connection, I have already told that just change the driver link name and the class name. You can find it on online. It will work. For all of the peoples here, it is working fine without any issue. And zip file also I will create for the Book My Rad application. Both are easy. MySQL is also easy, Oracle is also easy. Database are never tough. Doesn't matter what. MongoDB is also easy. Everything is easy. Spring Boot is the easiest thing, by the way. The day you are building a project in Spring Boot by yourself, you will find it very easy. Very easy. It is just because you don't work. This is your problem. You don't want to work. If you are working for a single day, so I have given the zip file as well as the React link. Go for it. We'll connect again tomorrow. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Have a nice time, everyone. Enjoy the cricket match. I'll also do the same.